Here's question 11. We know that step number 1, you got to get a root by itself. And we already have a root by itself, so we're good. So we're ready to move to step number 2, which is to power both sides. Power both sides. So I've got square roots, so I'm going to square both sides. So I square the left side and I square the right side. When I do that, here the power cancels the root and I'm left with x plus 5. And here I've got the square root of x minus 1 squared. I'm going to have to write that twice. Root x minus 1, root x minus 1. Okay, good so far. Now we're going to need to go ahead and distribute this out. So this might be the hardest part here because we're going to go root x times root x. That's root x squared. And root x times a negative 1, that's negative root x. And then negative 1 times root x, that's negative root x. And then negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Okay, let's simplify this here. I've got x plus 5. Square root of x squared, well, that power and the root cancels out. I'm just left with x. And then if I have a negative x-ray and another negative x-ray, that's going to be negative 2 x-rays, or root x-rays in this case. Okay, good. Now that we've powered both sides, on this one, we've got to repeat the process. So step 1, get root by itself. And I'll put here again. If you ever have 2 roots, you're going to have to do this process twice. So let's go ahead and get this root by itself here. To do that, we're going to minus the x over. Minus x. That gives me 5 equals negative 2 root x plus 1. Let's go ahead and minus the 1 over as well. Minus 1, that's 4 equals negative 2 root x. Okay, so now we need, I'm going to write this over here because I'm running out of room here. 4 equals negative 2 root x. We'll divide by negative 2 to get negative 2 equals root x. And then we'll square both sides. When we square both sides, we get 4 equals x. Now, don't forget, we've got one last step. We said step 4. Well, step 3 is to solve, which I just did. Solve. Step 4 is to check your answer. I do need to go back to the original and plug 4 back in. So let's plug 4 back in here. Here's the original. It's root x plus 5 equals root x minus 1. And if our answer was 4, I'm going to plug 4 in. I get 4 plus 5 equals square root of 4 minus 1. Square root of 9 equals 2 minus 1. Square root of 9 is 3. And 2 minus 1 is 1. Oh, no. Yeah, this one, believe it or not, is no solution. Our answer 4 doesn't work when we plug it back in. And so therefore we say no solution. Thanks for watching.